Right, so we have another box to unbox. Sorry, dad joke. It's also a product from PXN, so let's get to it. In the previous video, we looked at the arcade stick. Now this one is, it's a little bit heavy. But this is the X8, so it's like a Mixbox alternative. I hope you can see it. There, that's the box. Yeah, PXN X8 Fight Box. Okay, the box is also pretty banged up like the last one. You can see that there's a dent, and it looks like it was squished like real hard. Cause I don't know why. I still bought this from the same retailer, Juan Gadgets in Lazada. They were very quick to ship it to me. They were really good in like wrapping it up to protect it from being thrown around. You know, I hope it's not broken. The same routine. I cut off the seals. I didn't want to bring a knife, a scissor, or a blade inside my office because I have a child. So, and she runs around and hangs out with me, especially during work hours, because I don't know, she's studying from home too. So, I'm just gonna remove this part. I hope you can see it. Okay, so the box is much larger than last time, and my desk has not gone bigger, so we'll have to make do. Let me see. Just a little bit. All right, so we still have the same. There. We still have the same. I hope they change this to proper grammar. That's just me nitpicking, but whatever. This is also the user manual. Yeah, there. So, I'm gonna take this on the side, and this one looks more secure than the arcade stick I bought. It's a little bit more expensive. I understand that. But this one has some thick foam shielding it from damage. Now you can see that the foam is dented over here. Like really, it goes real deep. Probably a third of an inch. No, what I meant to say was a quarter of an inch. Sorry. So yeah, let's take out the foam. Okay, so the foam is covering the product. So instead of using cardboard like the last one, it's hollow. So they put the product in between. Okay, so let's take that out. Okay, here's the other piece of foam. And I hope my audio is good, guys. And I apologize in advance if you can hear some plastic sounds just messing up your headphones. I'm really sorry for that. I'll try to make it better in post. Okay, so we got it on the desk. So we have a cable here, and this one looks like it's USB Type-C to USB-A. I can probably use this for my cell phone because I'm missing a USB-C cable. So we have that. Let's put it in the baggie. By the way, guys, I'll leave a link to all of these things in the description in case you're in the Philippines and you want to buy these. Give it a shot. Reviews have already been posted on YouTube, so I'm not a arcade stick or a controller reviewer, you know, but those guys did a pretty good job. It helped me make the decision to buy this, and it's one of the things that I can afford with my current salary, so that's not so bad. We have micro B to USB A, so you have two sets of cables. So this thing probably has pass-through for consoles, just like the arcade stick. Not sure. I'm suspecting it does. It's covered in a plastic bag, and if you hear plastic sounds, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that. Ooh, okay. So we have it. So this one is substantially bigger than the arcade stick. The PXN arcade stick that you should see on the previous video. So we got our cable here. It's got a Velcro strap to keep it tidy. So that means that you can't put it inside somewhere. There's no place for you to put the cable in. that would have been a plus. If they increased the price to like 250 pesos more to include that feature, I would have paid for it. You know, you being able to keep the cable inside the stick, so you'll just have this one rectangular box that you can just place somewhere without worrying, you know, so that you don't have to worry about this breaking on you, especially when you have kids. Okay, so this is the Mixbox alternative, the cheapest alternative that I'm able to buy where I am. So here's the buttons. Oh, so the buttons feel great. The buttons have this tactile feeling to them. The buttons here are much better than the arcade stick I bought from PXN. You'll probably hear how they sound. So you'll probably hear that up. Yeah. Not sure what's in them. You should probably check the reviews, but yeah, those are the buttons. And then instead of a stick, you have what you call arrow keys or WASD layout. And according to the box, they're made by Cherry. Let me see. Let me confirm that. Okay, I want to confirm if this one does have Cherry MX switches. Okay, so I'll probably put it in the description or somewhere in post what these buttons are, but they feel good. Okay, so am I gonna use this more frequently than my arcade stick? My answer is no. I have family members who play Tekken with me, so I can let them use this. The disadvantage of using a keyboard to play in Tekken, especially on local multiplayer or versus mode, is that the keyboard, the keyboard like this, is limited to the number of button presses you can do at the same time. This is a membrane keyboard. It's the Asus TUF Gaming M3 keyboard, I believe. It's actually paired with a mouse like this. This is the M3 Ergo mouse, and yeah, it was sold as a bundle. It was pretty cheap. I just needed something for work, so I got that. The membrane keyboard is what you'd expect to be, in a membrane keyboard. Now, I'm not saying that this goes for all keyboards, but I've been playing on keyboard before. When I go to my family my cousin's house, and he only has one PlayStation controller. There's actually an advantage to playing on keyboard versus D-pad, in my opinion, because the buttons are laid out exactly like this on keyboard. Although the buttons are smaller and the spacing is much closer, but there is an advantage. You can press multiple buttons at the same time if you're the only one on keyboard. But if there's two of you, one is using WASD and one is using the arrow keys, and you want to do a Korean backdash, or you want to do something crazy like multiple button presses, sometimes the keyboard won't even read any of your inputs, and the game just like does that quick pause, It's like the keyboard disconnects or something. It freaks out. So there's a certain limit to the number of keys that you can press at the same time. And there's also a limitation because, the keyboard has like a lot of keys. There's also a limitation to where you bind those key presses. For example, if you're using the WASD layout, the UIO JKL layout is sometimes good on player 1, but not so good on player 2. There's this weird thing on cheap keyboards that you can't, so you'll have to move, instead of using UIO, you would move them to GHJ, like you'd move a little bit lower, I can't explain it because I'm not an expert, but that's what I think happens when I'm playing. So I'm bringing this with me when I'm playing with my cousins. If they want to use this, and they'll let me use their keyboard and vice versa, or if they want to be on their gamepad or D-pad and they want me to use this, whatever. More controllers are better, in my opinion. Now, I understand that playing Tekken on this allows me to do SOCDs, right? There is a slight advantage, but a real good player just plays with a controller they're comfortable with. I'm not a good player, you know? I'm pretty low level. You'll see it in my videos. I'm pretty low level, and my understanding of the game is basic, and I don't have the execution because I barely have time to play video games because of work. So this is gonna help me just enjoy the game. But the majority of the Tekken videos moving forward will be played on that arcade stick. I actually prefer the arcade stick to this, but this is something that I just wanted to take a look at, you know? So there's actually a headphone jack over here, if you want that. And then here's your turbo button, and I don't know what this is. It says touchpad, share, and then home, and then options, and then your, L2 and L3. This one is, I'm not sure. Left stick, this one, when you wanna, let's say you play a video game that uses the left stick as movement, and then you can go back to directional buttons so that you'll be, like, it's how a controller is laid out, I guess. It has screws in the back, so you can probably fix it or mod it. I'm not sure about that 100%. This is a pass-through because it has a controller icon. So this is the pass-through if you want to play this on console. Now, again, reviews have been out for this product. Please check those reviews out before you buy. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just, just doing a basic unboxing and showing you what it looks like. But yes, this is what it is. The artwork is textured, so it's like it's textured, but it's level with the device, so it's recessed somewhere. So it's like embedded in it, which feels good. It looks good. And yeah, so that's the PXN X8. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye for now.